Hello, nieces and nephews. This is your Uncle Bill, and welcome to week 42, year 2022. Lots of twos in 22. Well, anyways, week 42, and we're going to have a great time. This is Climb Week. So, Uncle Bill has 5 crazy things for Climb Week. Hello, Andrew. Great to see you in here. I have all sorts of fun things to talk about, both climbing and cooking. I found Velveeta cheese snack thing over at Grocery Outlet Center for 72 cents a box. And you can get 4 meals out of one of those things. Not bad. And not only that, you don't have everything you need other than water is in the box. Bridget, great to see you in here. And Nigel, great to see you in here. I have my water, Nigel. And all right, I'm going to go in order of people coming into the stream today. First off, everybody should check out Andrew's Simple Cooking. Not only that, Andrews is trying out some new music. Speaking of new music, I'm trying out new music too. There's a group called Riot, or an originator on YouTube Music. You might want to check it out. I don't know if that's what's streaming right now because I have it all on random, and it's all of my YouTube music that I use on videos. So I don't get a, what do they call them? A strike. I don't want a copyright strike. And Corey, great to see you here too. I love you all. By the way, Corey, I'm going to send you on Facebook my landing page so that I can get you on my mailing list because I haven't been doing that with people at all yet. I am using SendFox. I'm going to get a SendFox for each one of my channels. It's going to be fun. It's going to take me a little bit of work, but we haven't gotten into the 5 crazy things. And the next person in was Bridget, and she is my moderator. She has a channel. One of these days, she's going to start putting out some more videos. She's got one on there you can watch. And then there's Nigel, Salad Cream Boy, amazing channel, all about mental health and well-being. So check out his channel. And the one who just came in was Corey with the boxing, karate. And, you know, Corey, I'm sorry, I made my part. Well, let me make it bigger so I can see it. Where is it? I know I have it here somewhere, Corey. Boxing, karate, and strength training. Corey's going to teach us all how to be strong. He has great videos about physical fitness also. Hey, speaking of which, this is Physical Fitness Week for me. Number one thing. Get the right vitamins. This might not necessarily be the right vitamin for you, but whatever vitamins and health regime, what I'm really talking about here is that it's important to monitor your health and well-being. Make sure you have plenty of water to wash all that stuff down. I found out the hard way. If you don't drink enough water, ultimately you're going to end up getting not nice things happening to you in life. But also on taking the right things for your body. Don't be like the Padres player that we spent $360 guaranteed $1 million for, that was a steroid user. It's interesting. Now they don't know what to do with them. They were talking about that on baseball, not baseball talk. It was Dave Shelley and Chainsaw. They were talking about it this morning on the radio. And it's kind of interesting because this guy we paid $360 million for comes to the team, gets nailed for steroids. So he gets a suspension, I think, for a full season. So we don't get to use him, but he still gets paid. Craziness. Then he hurts himself and he still gets paid. And now the Padres are winning without him. So they don't know what in the world they're going to do. Now, that was just the first thing, the first share. Now, the next share is one that I haven't shared with. As you get older, you worry about things. And I think I bought this when I was in my 40s and really cared. It's funny because you look back and, now that I'm 65, I go back and I look at myself when I was 40 and I go, I was just a kid. Funny how things change when you get older. But this thing is a cheek exerciser. You just put it in your mouth. Problem is midway through your exercises, you start drooling out your mouth and everything else. They use special rubber bands to give you resistance, and it's to help with your jowls and down here. And it works. It works. I have used this, and it will give you a good workout. Next one has a story that goes along with it too. Unfortunately, I didn't bring everything that goes along with this. Now, I'm going to show this to you before telling you what it is, and let's see if anybody in the chat knows what it is. And I'm going to read through and see if I've missed any crazy questions. Awesome, been crazy busy. New camera. Oh yeah, new cameras. I love those. I got the new Canon M50 a couple of years back, and it took me about a year and a half before I even trusted using the thing. And then Bridget, my old camera didn't focus. So yeah, the funny thing is when you do the video camera, and I had that's what I had trouble with my brand new camera was focusing. And there we go. Okay, now what this is, none of you got it right, so you don't get the $5 million. No, as if I have $5 million. This is a breaker bar, and what this is used for is rappelling. I forgot to bring the carabiner in with it, which is a locking carabiner, because you don't want this thing falling off midway down the cliff. And you take the rope and you put it over this, and while you're coming down, it gets smoking hot. And this is used for what's called a side rappel. So here I was in college, rappelling down the side of I think it was about a 65 foot, maybe, of course I could say it was 110 foot, but it was probably about a 65 foot cliff. And I'm rappelling down, and I'm starting to smell something, and it smelled pretty good. It smelled kind of like barbecue. And then I realized about halfway down that was the rope giving me a rope burn into the side of my leg. And after that, I decided to get what's called a figure 8. I didn't bring it in here, but that's for doing a front rappel, so that you just have to wear your gloves, of course, so that the rope doesn't burn you there. But it's much better to have your hands get hot than the side of your leg burning off. It took about 3 months for that to heal, which wasn't very fun. That was like a 3rd degree burn. Now, oh, wow. I guess I got stories on another one too. I don't know if you guys like that story or not. This is a hand gripper. I've already shown you guys this once. Now, I used to race a 70-mile marathon canoe race. And I wasn't able to work out with my friend Jeff, practicing for much more than I think we only had like 2 days practice prior to the race, but I had to get my arms in shape. So while I was at Penn State University the whole spring semester, anytime you saw me, I was working out with both of my arms. And 2 of these, I broke one of these because they will break eventually from spring wear and everything. But another thing about working out that people need to know about, especially weightlifters, because they think, oh, I'm going to work out, I'm going to get big muscles. And I did. I have my forearm is as big as my bicep. It used to be even bigger. But I had worked out all spring, and we did pretty well in the race that year too. However, I stopped working out. Big mistake. About 2 or 3 months after that, all of a sudden I'd get these wicked cramps in my forearm and all the way up my arm from not working out. So if you're out there and you're into any sort of exercise regime, make sure it's something you can do for life, because if you stop and you have an intense exercise regime, your body's going to remind you that you stopped. And it might give you a lot worse than that. What is that, Bridget? Number 4? I think that's number 4. Number 5 is I am going on a trip. And I had a friend of mine that is very conscious of bed bugs. Now, this one right here is I don't know if it'll show up. Yes, it will. Yay. This is about the brightest UV light that you can get, obviously, because it showed up on camera. Although the camera, I think, is more sensitive to UV light than the other ones. Wow, does it even show on the side? Well, it shows there, but it doesn't show, well, a little bit back there. And so I got this. It's rechargeable. I'm going to bring that on my trip because I'm taking a big trip. And so that's number 5, so that I don't get bed bugs, hopefully. Or at least I'll know where they're at. Now, because I'm flying on a plane, I don't want to pay for luggage. I'm doing just a carry-on, and I want to keep everything small. This light for my camera, I deemed this as being too big, even though this is about the smallest light you can get. Now, I'll tell you a little story. Am I missing any questions? You guys are more than welcome to ask me questions here. This, G-clamp, and they help for writing too, whatever does. I missed that one. Sorry, Nigel. I have a light that is probably the smallest, most inexpensive light you can get for photography. It's just a question of mounting it. Ta-da! Isn't that sexy? I bought this from Walmart, and I got 2 of them for $5. I love things that are for $5. So this little light here costs $2.50. It's very bright, as you can see from my hand. I'm not going to shoot it at the camera. Now, the problem was thinking of a way to mount it today. So here I am. Hand squeezer is good for for if you write a lot. And actually, it kind of might have helped a little bit for my carpal tunnel, keeping from getting it. But I would not recommend this for anybody with carpal tunnel, because what I would do is I would take it and then roll my wrist. And if you do that and you have any wrist problems, it just accentuates it. So I just got my wrist used to that, because when you canoe, you're turning your wrist all the time. Now, this little baby, how to mount it. I found out it was magnetic. It is, because it's got a magnet mount. And my original thought was, I'll just get a cold shoe mount and then it'll just stick right to it. Only problem is they're made from aluminum, non-magnetic. Then I was thinking, maybe I will take a piece of tin and wrap it around this, and then I'll have a mount. Well, that is kind of good, but it doesn't really hold real well. And I got thinking, maybe I can use the tab off of a can. And I didn't realize that tab actually is magnetic. So I threaded this thing all the way down through this. And I don't know if I'll be able to do this on camera because it took me a while to get it to start threading. Okay, so anyways, it threads. And I put it on there, but even that wasn't really a good mount. finally came up with the idea, why not just take the tin and get it to fit into the cold shoe by itself? And so I'm cutting it, and I even came up with a better idea. Why not just take a smaller cold shoe amount adapter, cut a little piece of tin, put a hole in it, and actually, because this is just thin tin, I was able to take a paper punch. I don't know how many times I'll be able to get away with this, but I actually used the paper punch for getting that center hole there that goes onto the nut. Now we have a perfect camera mount a la Uncle Bill. Now I'm ready to go across country with a much smaller camera light. I think this is even smaller than the one you'll see on YouTube that's rechargeable, because this is not rechargeable. Now, did I miss anything? Yay! And what is everybody doing for Halloween this year? I think I'll maybe even go out and buy some candy instead of giving people all tricks that come to the door. And Nigel and Andrew, do you guys have trick-or-treaters in England? And Nigel, I know that you're in the United States, but you can pretend like you're in England for a second. Going to Salem. Ooh, watch out. Spooky things happen in Salem on Halloween. That's where all the witches come out and cauldrons boil. And oh, this is going to be fun. We do. They're everywhere. Salem is cool. Yes. And Andrew, are you doing any, by the way, Andrew, are you going to do a cheesy potatoes video soon? I thought that was, I loved that video you just had. And then you showed the cheesy potatoes at the end, and I'm going, well, there should be a link to the cheesy potatoes. And then I realized you didn't have a cheesy potato video yet. It's not such a big thing. I don't know if it's me, but you keep freezing. It could be you. It could be me. There's no guarantee as to freezing. Am I freezing on anybody else? I hope not. I'll call Cox and complain plenty, because when I do a stream, as you can tell, it's very low tech. So I use YouTube. My thing is streaming right straight through using the YouTube studio, and I've only had trouble once, and I can't remember why I had trouble, but I did. No freezing here. I like that. Well, Bridget, I guess it's your connectivity, and it might be because you don't have Wi-Fi anymore. You're actually using your telephone for Wi-Fi, for signal, and they lower your bandwidth on telephone hookup. Can you guys even hear the music, by the way? I hope, because oh, that's my next treat to myself, because I've been looking at cameras. Oh, by the way, speaking of cameras, this one's not too bad. You can pick it up used. If Corey, if you're looking for something that's just kind of bulletproof that'll do a video for you, I picked this one up for about $40 when you include it in tax and shipping, and I bought it used. It's only a 1 megapixel camera, and it shoots 1080 by 720, I think, instead of 1080 by, not 1080, 1920 by 1080, 1280 by 720. That's the number I was looking for. Anyways, I've been having a bear of a time though with this though, because I can't figure out why it keeps on having the MF on my video thing. And yes, we all know that MF means manual focus, but it's still all in focus, but I can't get that MF to go away to save my life. I've tried everything. Bill, I was meaning to ask you, with your different channels, can you use video you have uploaded on your other channels? Hope that makes sense. Yes, it does make sense. And yes, you can use video you've uploaded on other channels. However, and Bridget, this answers a question you didn't ask me, but I made the accident yesterday of uploading the exact same video. Now, if you upload the exact same video, that's a no-no, and YouTube will catch up with you. I do have 2 videos out right now, but they are different, that are both about the, I want to say YouTube, but it's not. It's the Google Chrome groups that they now have. It's kind of interesting. I'm working and playing with it. One thing, and I just wanted to share my findings, because that night, I'm not kidding, I was very frustrated, because here I am, I'm going, well, the groups work well here, and I have this one group and I can't get this thing to close. You always have to have one folder open with Chrome groups. And because of that, I decided that I'd share that. Now, the 2 videos, they're different in that one is 11 seconds longer than the other one. The one that is on my Bill Dube Variety channel is the 11-second longer one. And that's where I actually repeat something twice on there. It's really 11 seconds. So I cut that out so that it's less repetitive on the Bill Dube Critic channel. And the other thing, Andrew, with my various channels is that I didn't realize that I'm going to have to do in the future, and not too far off, is get a separate email account for each one of my channels too, because there's software involved that I want to get for my channels, that it doesn't matter what your email address is for that, but they have to be different. Otherwise, you can't do the registration on the software, and I'm working on that. So I hope that answers the long answer to a short question. And the other thing that you can do, Andrew, on your channel is you can do what they call sampling. Nigel knows more about it than I do, but basically it's where you, I guess on mobile they have it, because I haven't seen it on my desktop at all. But I guess, Nigel, could you slip into chat about how you do the sampling on your mobile app? Because I guess when you're watching a video on mobile, you can go, oh, I want a sample of that. And you can like say how much of the video you want and download it and use it on another video. Uncle Al, great to see you here. Uncle Al Bullfrog 79, and you need to check out his channel. Also, one thing that Alan doesn't talk about is, first off, let me ask first. Uncle Al, is it, oh, and TIMDD, great to see you. I'm doing great. And you need to check out his channel. He has amazing photography. And I was going to say about Bullfrog 79, amazing channel also for being prepared and cooking. And Uncle Al, what I want to talk about is your holiday fund drive, if possible. Is that okay? Well, I guess it's okay. Bullfrog, how are you? Okay. Well, anyways, with contact, just go to Bullfrog 79, contact him. He has his email on there somewhere, or just pop on one of his videos. he does volunteer work for his church for people that need help over the holidays and even just regularly all the time. So I sent him some money just recently so that he could have some extra help doing that, because it's a thankless job, and just makes it so that his people that he serves meals to can have a little bit better food for the holidays, I hope. And okay, it's actually, Uncle Al, seeing as you're a moderator, you can just put your email that you have for PayPal into the chat. And because I forgot, I gave everybody a moderator thing. And TIMD, I did not give you one yet. Coming up. I forgot. Add as moderator. Yeah, because if I trust you and you've been in here, you're a moderator. Everybody's moderator for Uncle Bill until I get over 100 people coming into chat. But anyways, you should be a moderator next time you. All right. I want to have a channel just for baking. This will make you laugh. Do you remember the song Elton John, "Don't Go Breaking My Heart"? Well, my channel will be "Don't Go Baking My Heart." I like that. That sounds great. And is your mom going to help you on that channel, Andrew? And I hope that your mom's doing well. Okay, we got thumbs up for everybody. Everybody's a moderator. And I was told that, oh yeah, I got 2 minutes left. Somebody's clock is fast. Well, actually less than 2 minutes, because it says 58 and it's always less than whatever that is. So I hope everybody's got great plans for Halloween. And this is my new stealth lighting source for videos. I made it myself today, right before coming. Light sources. Yeah, that's my thing. Q saying that it's just about time. This is from Walmart. I'm sure you can get it elsewhere or at an auto parts store. I got 2 of these for $5. Has magnetic mount. And then I made one with a cold shoe mount and a little piece of tin that I snipped so that I have magnetic mount. All right, where am I from? Or where's Andrew is actually from. She's not really able to help anymore. Yeah, I kind of was thinking that, Andrew. I'm sorry that I've been asking, and it's time that, hopefully she's comfortable. My grandmother taught me that a long time ago. I kept on asking my grandma, how are you? How are you feeling? And she goes, Bill, don't ask me how I feel. Just ask if I'm comfortable. And I'm getting to understand as I get older, because, with all the aches and pains we get, you just learn to keep going. And that's all we can do in life, is keep going and help the ones we love. So check out Die Bullfrog 79, because he has a holiday drive. I'm going to go through the channels real quick. Check out Andrew's Simple Cooking. Check out Bridget D. Dube and Bridget D. I'm sorry. And check out Corey with his karate and keeping in shape. And who am I missing? Salad Cream Boys, Health and Wellbeing, Die Bullfrog 79, and TMIDD. I'm sorry. That is an incredible channel if you want to learn about photography. And he's got some women that look pretty nice too on there. Anyways, I love you all. Have a great rest of your week. And thanks for keeping me company. We'll see you then. Bye-bye. And now I got to hit 2 things before we're out. Bye-bye.